Welcome everyone to AA Castor Book Club. Today's book is How Dating Apps Destroy Dating, The Challenge of Finding a Partner. Before we start, please don't forget to visit my website at www.tonyc.info for more content, updates, and exclusive behind-the-scenes insights. This podcast is mainly supported by listeners like you. If you want to help keep the stories and book reading coming, consider supporting me on Patreon at www.patreon.com/JTAC. Even just $1 a month makes a huge difference and helps me continue to create the content you love. Thank you again for listening. Your support means the world to me. Self-worth issues in the context of dating apps are influenced by the tendency to equate personal value with external validation, such as matches or positive interactions. These issues can impact users' self-esteem, emotional well-being, and behavior within the app. By promoting self-awareness, healthy coping strategies, and a supportive digital environment, dating apps can contribute to a positive user experience that values intrinsic qualities and promotes resilience in managing self-worth issues. Chapter 6: Dehumanization and Objectification in the Context of Dating Apps. Dating apps, while facilitating connections between individuals, can also inadvertently contribute to the dehumanization and objectification of potential partners. This phenomenon arises from the app's interface, user behavior, and the dynamics of online interactions. Here's a detailed exploration of how dehumanization and objectification manifest on dating apps, and their impact on users' self-esteem and self-worth. 1. Treating people as products. Profile representation. Users often present themselves through curated profiles, focusing on attractive photos, brief bios, and selected interests. This presentation can reduce individuals to mere representations of their best qualities, akin to marketing products rather than presenting their full, nuanced selves. Swipe mechanism. The swipe feature, where users make rapid judgments based on visual appeal and limited profile information, can reinforce a transactional mindset where potential partners are evaluated and discarded with ease. This process can lead to viewing others as disposable commodities rather than individuals with complex personalities and emotions. 2. Impact on self-esteem. Rejection sensitivity. Users may experience heightened sensitivity to rejection due to the volume of interactions and the ease with which matches can be dismissed. Repeated rejection or lack of matches may contribute to feelings of inadequacy, loneliness, or diminished self-worth. Superficial validation. Conversely, superficial acceptance based solely on physical appearance or initial attraction may provide fleeting validation. However, this validation can be shallow and may not contribute to a genuine sense of self-worth or fulfillment. 3. Psychological dynamics. Reduced empathy. The digital interface of dating apps, which prioritizes brief interactions and visual cues, can diminish opportunities for empathetic connection. Users may focus more on surface-level characteristics rather than engaging deeply with others' emotions or perspectives. Objectification. Objectification occurs when individuals are treated as objects of desire rather than respected as individuals with inherent dignity and autonomy. This can lead to interactions where personal boundaries are disregarded or where individuals are valued primarily for their physical attributes. 4. Gender dynamics. Gender stereotyping. Dating apps can reinforce traditional gender stereotypes or biases, where men and women may be evaluated based on stereotypical notions of attractiveness or desirability. This can perpetuate societal norms that prioritize physical appearance over other qualities. Safety concerns. Objectification and dehumanization can contribute to unsafe or disrespectful behaviors, such as harassment or unsolicited advances, which further impact users' sense of safety and well-being. 5. Ethical considerations. Promoting respectful interactions. Dating apps have a responsibility to promote respectful interactions that prioritize individuals' dignity and autonomy. This includes implementing features to discourage objectification, educating users on respectful behavior, and addressing harassment or inappropriate conduct promptly. User education. Providing resources on healthy relationship dynamics, consent, and the impact of objectification can empower users to navigate dating apps in ways that promote mutual respect and genuine connection. Conclusion: dehumanization and objectification on dating apps can stem from the platform's design, user behaviors, and societal dynamics. These phenomena can impact users' self-esteem and self-worth by influencing how they perceive themselves and others within the digital dating landscape. By fostering a culture of empathy, respect, and inclusivity, dating apps can mitigate the negative effects of dehumanization and objectification, promoting healthier interactions and enhancing users' overall well-being. Treating people as products. Profile representation on dating apps. Profile representation on dating apps involves how users present themselves through curated profiles, which often emphasize attractive photos, brief bios, and selected interests. This process can inadvertently reduce individuals to mere representations of their best qualities, akin to marketing products rather than presenting their full, nuanced selves. Here's a detailed exploration of this phenomenon. 1. Visual emphasis. Attractive photos. Users typically select photos that highlight their best physical attributes or convey a specific image. These photos are often chosen to attract attention and convey a favorable first impression, emphasizing physical appearance over other personal qualities. Visual presentation. The layout and design of dating app profiles prioritize visual appeal, encouraging users to present themselves in a visually compelling manner. This can lead to a focus on aesthetics rather than deeper aspects of personality or character. 2. Brief bios and selected interests. Curated information. Users craft brief bios that highlight key aspects of their personality or interests. These bios are often designed to be concise yet engaging, offering a snapshot of the user's identity that may not capture the full complexity of their personality or life experiences. Selected interests. Users may selectively highlight interests or hobbies that they believe will resonate positively with potential matches. This selective presentation may omit aspects of their identity that are less socially desirable or do not align with perceived dating app norms. 3. Representation versus authenticity. Marketing analogy. The process of profile curation can be likened to marketing, where individuals strategically present themselves to attract attention and generate interest. This approach may prioritize marketability over authenticity, leading to a portrayal that may not fully reflect the user's true self. Nuanced identity. Dating apps may inadvertently encourage users to present simplified or idealized versions of themselves, omitting nuances, vulnerabilities, or aspects that they perceive as less appealing. This can contribute to a disconnect between the curated profile and the user's authentic self. 4. Psychological impact. Self-presentation pressure. The pressure to present an attractive or appealing profile can create stress or anxiety, as users seek to meet perceived standards of attractiveness or desirability set by the app or social norms. Expectations and disappointment. Curated profiles may set expectations that do not align with reality, leading to disappointment or frustration when users' offline interactions do not match the idealized image presented online. 5. Ethical considerations. Authenticity and honesty. Dating apps have a responsibility to promote authenticity and honesty in profile representation. This includes discouraging deceptive practices or misrepresentation that may mislead potential matches and undermine trust within the app community. Encouraging diversity. Supporting diverse expressions of identity and personality on dating apps can foster a more inclusive environment that values individuals for their unique qualities rather than conforming to narrow standards of attractiveness or presentation. Conclusion. Profile representation on dating apps involves the strategic curation of photos, bios, and interests to attract potential matches. While this process aims to present users in a positive light, it can inadvertently reduce individuals to simplified representations of their best qualities, akin to marketing products. Recognizing the tension between curated profiles and authentic self-expression is essential for promoting genuine connections and fostering a positive user experience on dating apps. By encouraging authenticity, transparency, and respect for diverse identities, dating apps can contribute to a more inclusive and fulfilling digital dating landscape. Swipe mechanism on dating apps. The swipe mechanism on dating apps, popularized by platforms like Tinder, involves users making rapid judgments based on visual appeal and limited profile information. This feature allows users to swipe right to indicate interest or left to pass on a potential match. Here's a detailed exploration of how the swipe mechanism can reinforce a transactional mindset and lead to viewing others as disposable commodities. 1. Rapid judgments based on visual appeal. Visual focus. The swipe feature prioritizes visual impressions over deeper aspects of personality or compatibility. Users typically make split-second decisions based on photos that convey physical attractiveness or a specific aesthetic. Superficial evaluation. Limited profile information, such as brief bios or selected interests, may not provide enough context for meaningful evaluation. As a result, users often rely on initial visual appeal to determine interest, potentially overlooking important qualities that contribute to relationship compatibility. 2. Transactional mindset. Ease of evaluation. The ease and speed of swiping encourage a transactional approach to evaluating potential partners. Users may view the process as akin to browsing through products, where matches are sought based on immediate visual appeal rather than deeper connection or compatibility. Disposable nature. Swiping left to reject a potential match can reinforce a perception of disposability, where individuals are quickly discarded if they do not meet specific visual or superficial criteria. This mindset can lead to minimizing the value of each individual interaction and reducing empathy towards potential matches. 3. Impact on perception of others. Commoditization. The swipe mechanism can contribute to viewing potential partners as commodities to be evaluated and selected based on perceived attractiveness or superficial traits. This can undermine recognition of each person's unique identity, personality, and emotional complexity. Dehumanization. Rapid swiping and superficial judgments may dehumanize potential matches by reducing them to visual stimuli or simplistic characteristics. This can hinder genuine empathy and understanding of each person's individuality beyond their profile presentation. 4. Psychological dynamics. Desensitization. Continuous use of the swipe feature can desensitize users to the potential impact of their actions on others. The repetitive nature of swiping may lead to a detachment from the emotional consequences of rejecting or matching with individuals. Impulse control. The ease of swiping and the immediate feedback can influence users' impulse control, leading to hasty decisions without fully considering the implications or potential for meaningful connection. 5. Ethical considerations. Promoting mindful interaction. Dating apps have a responsibility to encourage mindful interaction that goes beyond superficial judgments. This includes promoting features or guidelines that prompt users to consider compatibility factors beyond visual appeal and to engage in respectful, thoughtful communication. User education. Providing education on the potential impact of swiping behaviors can help users navigate the app in a way that values each person's dignity and fosters genuine connections. This may include promoting empathy, authenticity, and respectful engagement within the digital dating environment. Conclusion. The swipe mechanism on dating apps facilitates rapid judgments based on visual appeal and limited profile information, potentially reinforcing a transactional mindset where potential partners are evaluated and discarded with ease. This process can lead to viewing others as disposable commodities rather than individuals with complex personalities and emotions. Recognizing these dynamics is crucial for promoting more meaningful interactions and fostering empathy within the digital dating landscape. By encouraging thoughtful engagement and valuing authenticity over superficial criteria, dating apps can contribute to a more respectful and fulfilling user experience. Impact on self-esteem. Rejection sensitivity on dating apps. Rejection sensitivity on dating apps refers to users' heightened emotional response to perceived rejection, which can be amplified by the high volume of interactions and the ease with which matches can be dismissed. This phenomenon can lead to feelings of inadequacy, loneliness, or diminished self-worth. Here's a detailed exploration of how rejection sensitivity manifests and its impact on users' emotional well-being. 1. Volume of interactions. High frequency. Dating apps facilitate numerous interactions where users swipe through potential matches or receive notifications of interest. The sheer volume of these interactions increases the likelihood of experiencing rejection or perceived rejection. Continuous exposure. Users are exposed to a continuous stream of potential matches, each representing an opportunity for connection but also a potential source of rejection if interest is not mutual. This constant exposure can heighten sensitivity to rejection. 2. Ease of dismissal. Swipe culture. The swipe feature allows users to quickly dismiss potential matches with a simple gesture, often based on superficial criteria such as physical appearance or initial impressions from a brief bio. This ease of dismissal can contribute to a sense of disposability and reduced empathy for others' feelings. Impersonal nature. The digital interface of dating apps can make rejections feel impersonal, as they often occur without direct communication or explanation. This lack of personal interaction can exacerbate feelings of rejection and inadequacy. 3. Emotional impact. Feelings of inadequacy. Repeated rejections or lack of matches may lead users to question their attractiveness, likability, or compatibility with potential partners. This self-doubt can erode self-esteem and contribute to feelings of inadequacy. Loneliness and isolation. Persistent rejection or perceived lack of interest from potential matches can intensify feelings of loneliness and social isolation. Users may feel disconnected from others or struggle to establish meaningful connections within the digital dating environment. 4. Cognitive and behavioral responses. Negative self-talk. Users may engage in negative self-talk, interpreting rejections as personal failures or evidence of their unworthiness. This cognitive response can perpetuate a cycle of self-criticism and undermine confidence in initiating new interactions. Withdrawal. In response to rejection sensitivity, some users may withdraw from active engagement on dating apps or avoid initiating new connections altogether. This withdrawal can further exacerbate feelings of loneliness or social exclusion. 5. Coping strategies and support. Self-care. Encouraging users to practice self-care and self-compassion can help mitigate the emotional impact of rejection sensitivity. This includes engaging in activities that promote emotional well-being and nurturing positive self-esteem. Community support. Building a supportive community within dating apps or providing access to resources for coping with rejection can empower users to navigate challenges and maintain resilience in the face of setbacks. Conclusion. Rejection sensitivity on dating apps reflects users' heightened emotional response to perceived rejection, influenced by the volume of interactions and the ease with which matches can be dismissed. This phenomenon can significantly impact users' emotional well-being, contributing to feelings of inadequacy, loneliness, or diminished self-worth. Recognizing and addressing rejection sensitivity involves promoting empathy, resilience, and self-care strategies within the digital dating environment to foster a more supportive and fulfilling user experience. Superficial validation on dating apps. Superficial validation on dating apps refers to the validation or approval that users may receive based solely on physical appearance or initial attraction. While this validation can provide a sense of acceptance, it is often shallow and may not contribute to a genuine sense of self-worth or fulfillment. Here's a detailed exploration of how superficial validation manifests and its implications for users. 1. Basis of validation. Physical appearance. Dating apps often prioritize photos as the primary means of attracting interest and making initial impressions. Users may receive validation or approval based solely on their physical appearance, which is highlighted in profile pictures. Superficial criteria. Validation may be contingent upon meeting superficial criteria such as attractiveness, fashion sense, or presentation in photos. This form of validation focuses on external attributes rather than deeper qualities or personal characteristics. 2. Fleeting nature. Short-lived. Superficial validation based on physical appearance or initial attraction tends to be fleeting. It may provide a temporary boost in confidence or self-esteem, but lacks longevity or meaningful impact on one's sense of self-worth. Surface-level interaction. Interactions that are primarily based on superficial validation may lack depth or emotional connection. Users may feel that these interactions do not contribute to building meaningful relationships or fulfilling social connections. 3. Impact on self-worth. Dependency on external approval. Relying on superficial validation for self-worth can create a dependency on external approval. Users may seek validation through continued engagement on dating apps or by modifying their profile presentation to enhance attractiveness. Diminished fulfillment. Despite receiving superficial validation, users may not experience genuine fulfillment or satisfaction. This form of validation may leave individuals feeling empty or dissatisfied, as it does not address deeper emotional needs or desires for meaningful connection. 4. Psychological dynamics. Comparison and competition. Superficial validation can contribute to a sense of competition or comparison among users. Individuals may compare themselves to others based on perceived attractiveness or success in receiving validation, which can exacerbate feelings of insecurity or inadequacy. Emotional disconnection. Focusing on superficial validation may detract from authentic emotional connections or meaningful interactions. Users may prioritize surface-level impressions over compatibility or shared values, limiting the potential for genuine relationship development. 5. Promoting authenticity and self-worth. Encouraging authenticity. Dating apps can promote authenticity by emphasizing the value of genuine self-expression and connection beyond physical appearance. This includes encouraging users to highlight their interests, values, and personality traits in addition to photos. Supporting self-worth. Building self-worth involves fostering internal validation based on personal strengths, values, and achievements. Dating apps can support users in developing a healthy self-concept that is not solely reliant on external validation or superficial criteria. Conclusion. Superficial validation on dating apps refers to approval or acceptance based primarily on physical appearance or initial attraction. While this validation may provide a temporary boost in confidence, it tends to be shallow and lacks lasting fulfillment or genuine connection. Recognizing the limitations of superficial validation involves promoting authenticity, supporting self-worth based on internal factors, and encouraging users to seek meaningful connections that transcend surface-level impressions within the digital dating environment. Psychological dynamics. Reduced empathy on dating apps. Reduced empathy on dating apps refers to the diminished ability or opportunity for users to connect empathetically with others due to the digital interface, which often emphasizes brief interactions and visual cues over deeper emotional engagement. Here's a detailed exploration of how reduced empathy manifests and its implications within the context of dating apps. 1. Digital interface. Brief interactions. Dating apps typically facilitate brief interactions, such as swiping through profiles or exchanging short messages. These interactions may prioritize efficiency and quick judgments over meaningful engagement or emotional connection. Visual focus. The emphasis on visual cues, such as profile photos or brief bios, can lead users to prioritize physical appearance or initial impressions rather than deeper emotional understanding or empathy. 2. Surface-level engagement. Superficial criteria. Users may focus on superficial criteria, such as attractiveness or presentation in photos, when evaluating potential matches. This surface-level engagement can detract from deeper exploration of personality, values, or shared interests. Limited context. Without face-to-face interaction or nonverbal cues, users may struggle to interpret others' emotions or perspectives accurately. This limited context can hinder empathetic understanding and connection. 3. Psychological dynamics. Dehumanization. The digital format of dating apps can contribute to dehumanization, where users perceive others as profiles or images rather than individuals with complex emotions, experiences, and perspectives. Transactional mindset. Users may adopt a transactional mindset, where interactions are viewed as exchanges of information or opportunities for validation rather than opportunities for genuine emotional connection or empathy. 4. Impact on relationships. Emotional disconnect. Reduced empathy may result in emotional disconnect or difficulty establishing meaningful relationships. Users may struggle to empathize with others' feelings or perspectives, limiting the potential for deeper emotional bonds. Miscommunication. Misinterpretation or misunderstanding of others' emotions or intentions can arise due to the lack of nonverbal cues or context in digital interactions. This can further hinder empathetic communication and connection. 5. Promoting empathetic connection. Encouraging meaningful engagement. Dating apps can promote empathetic connection by encouraging users to engage meaningfully with others' profiles and bios beyond superficial impressions. This includes fostering curiosity about shared interests, values, and life experiences. Facilitating communication. Incorporating features that support richer communication, such as video calls or voice messages, can enhance opportunities for empathetic understanding and emotional connection. Conclusion. Reduced empathy on dating apps reflects the diminished ability or opportunity for users to connect empathetically with others, influenced by the digital interface that prioritizes brief interactions and visual cues. Recognizing the implications of reduced empathy involves promoting deeper engagement beyond superficial criteria, fostering understanding of others' emotions and perspectives, and enhancing communication channels that support meaningful emotional connection within the digital dating environment. Objectification in the context of dating apps. Objectification on dating apps refers to the treatment of individuals as objects of desire, focusing primarily on their physical attributes rather than respecting them as individuals with inherent dignity and autonomy. This phenomenon can lead to interactions where personal boundaries are disregarded or where individuals are valued primarily for their superficial qualities. Here's a detailed exploration of how objectification manifests and its implications within the context of dating apps. 1. Focus on physical appearance. Primary criterion. Dating apps often prioritize photos as the primary means of making initial impressions and attracting interest. Users may evaluate potential matches based primarily on physical attractiveness, reducing individuals to their appearance rather than considering their personality, values, or interests. Superficial judgments. Objectification can lead to superficial judgments where individuals are valued or dismissed based solely on their perceived attractiveness or physical presentation in profile photos. 2. Disregard for personal boundaries. Boundary crossing. Objectification can contribute to interactions where personal boundaries are disregarded or violated. Users may prioritize their own desires or preferences without considering or respecting the boundaries, comfort levels, or consent of others. Transactional interactions. Interactions driven by objectification may be transactional, focusing on immediate gratification or validation rather than mutual respect, consent, or emotional connection. 3. Dehumanization. Reduction to objects. Treating individuals as objects of desire can lead to their dehumanization, where their worth is determined primarily by their perceived attractiveness or suitability as a romantic or sexual partner. Diminished autonomy. Objectification can diminish individuals' autonomy by reducing them to stereotypes or idealized images, rather than recognizing their multifaceted identities and personal agency. 4. Psychological and emotional impact. Self-objectification. Individuals who experience objectification may internalize these perceptions, viewing themselves through the lens of external validation or physical appearance. This self-objectification can impact self-esteem, self-worth, and overall well-being. Emotional harm. Objectification can contribute to emotional harm, including feelings of objectified individuals being used or valued solely for their physical attributes rather than respected for their holistic qualities. 5. Promoting respect and dignity. Encouraging respectful interactions. Dating apps can promote respectful interactions by emphasizing mutual respect, consent, and recognition of individuals' inherent dignity. This includes fostering conversations that prioritize personality, values, and shared interests alongside physical attraction. Educational initiatives. Implementing educational initiatives within dating apps can raise awareness about objectification, boundaries, and healthy relationship dynamics. These initiatives can empower users to navigate interactions with greater empathy, respect, and consideration for others' autonomy. Conclusion. Objectification on dating apps reflects the treatment of individuals as objects of desire, focusing primarily on their physical attributes rather than respecting their inherent dignity and autonomy. Recognizing the implications of objectification involves promoting interactions that prioritize mutual respect, consent, and recognition of individuals' multifaceted identities within the digital dating environment. By fostering a culture of respect and dignity, dating apps can contribute to creating more positive and fulfilling user experiences that prioritize meaningful connections beyond superficial criteria. Gender dynamics. Gender stereotyping on dating apps. Gender stereotyping on dating apps refers to the reinforcement of traditional societal norms and biases where individuals, particularly men and women, are evaluated based on stereotypical notions of attractiveness or desirability. This phenomenon can perpetuate existing gender norms that prioritize physical appearance and reinforce traditional roles. Here's a detailed exploration of how gender stereotyping manifests and its implications within the context of dating apps. 1. Reinforcement of traditional norms. Appearance standards. Dating apps often emphasize visual impressions through profile photos, where users may be judged based on conventional standards of attractiveness. Men and women may feel pressure to conform to stereotypical ideals of physical appearance to attract matches. Role expectations. Stereotypes regarding gender roles may influence how individuals present themselves on dating apps. For instance, men may feel pressured to display confidence or assertiveness, while women may feel compelled to emphasize femininity or attractiveness in their profiles. 2. Evaluation based on stereotypical traits. Physical attractiveness. Users may prioritize physical appearance when swiping through profiles or making initial judgments. This emphasis can reinforce stereotypes about men as providers of status or women as objects of desire based on appearance. Personality traits. Stereotypical expectations about personality traits, such as men being assertive or women being nurturing, may influence how users perceive potential matches. This can lead to overlooking individuals who do not fit traditional stereotypes. 3. Impact on user experience. Pressure to conform. Gender stereotyping can create pressure for users to conform to societal expectations regarding appearance, behavior, or personality traits. This pressure may limit individual expression and authenticity in profile presentations. Stereotype threat. Individuals who do not align with traditional gender stereotypes may experience stereotype threat, where their self-perception or confidence is negatively affected by perceived expectations or biases within the dating app environment. 4. Reinforcement of bias. Biased algorithms. Dating app algorithms that prioritize certain profiles or suggest matches based on stereotypical criteria can reinforce existing biases or preferences. This can perpetuate inequalities and limit opportunities for diverse connections. Social validation. Users may seek social validation or acceptance by conforming to gender stereotypes that are reinforced within the dating app community. This can reinforce societal norms rather than challenging or expanding perspectives on gender and identity. 5. Promoting diversity and inclusivity. Diverse representation. Dating apps can promote diversity and inclusivity by showcasing a wide range of profiles that challenge traditional gender stereotypes. This includes highlighting individuals with diverse interests, backgrounds, and identities beyond physical appearance. Education and awareness. Implementing educational initiatives within dating apps can raise awareness about gender stereotyping, biases, and their impact on user experiences. These initiatives can empower users to engage in more respectful, inclusive interactions that value individuality and authenticity. Conclusion. Gender stereotyping on dating apps reflects the reinforcement of traditional societal norms and biases regarding attractiveness, desirability, and gender roles. Recognizing the implications of gender stereotyping involves promoting interactions that value diversity, inclusivity, and authenticity within the digital dating environment. By challenging stereotypes and promoting awareness, dating apps can contribute to creating more positive and equitable user experiences that prioritize genuine connections based on shared interests, values, and mutual respect. Safety concerns in the context of dating apps. Safety concerns on dating apps encompass a range of issues related to objectification, dehumanization, and their implications for user experiences. These concerns can contribute to unsafe or disrespectful behaviors, impacting users' sense of safety and well-being. Here's a detailed exploration of how safety concerns manifest and their implications within the context of dating apps. 1. Objectification and dehumanization. Disregard for boundaries. Objectification can lead to interactions where individuals are treated as objects of desire rather than respected as autonomous persons with boundaries. This disregard for personal boundaries can contribute to unsafe or coercive behaviors, such as pressuring or manipulating others into unwanted interactions. Diminished respect. Dehumanization reduces individuals to superficial qualities, such as physical appearance or perceived desirability, rather than acknowledging their full humanity. This lack of respect can foster environments where users may feel vulnerable to disrespectful or exploitative behavior. 2. Harassment and unsolicited advances. Impact of objectification. Objectifying attitudes may contribute to behaviors such as harassment or unsolicited advances, where individuals feel entitled to pursue or comment on others without regard for their comfort or consent. Boundary violations. Unsafe behaviors, such as sending explicit messages or persistent unwanted contact, can violate personal boundaries and contribute to feelings of discomfort, anxiety, or fear among users. 3. Psychological and emotional impact. Impact on well-being. Users may experience emotional distress, anxiety, or diminished self-esteem as a result of objectification or disrespectful interactions on dating apps. These negative experiences can erode trust in online interactions and impact users' willingness to engage in dating app communities. Safety concerns. Persistent or threatening behaviors, such as stalking or intimidation, can escalate safety concerns for users. Safety features and reporting mechanisms on dating apps are crucial for addressing these issues and protecting user well-being. 4. Addressing safety challenges. Platform responsibility. Dating apps have a responsibility to implement robust safety measures, including moderation, reporting mechanisms, and user education on respectful behavior. Clear guidelines and community standards can help mitigate risks and promote a safer online environment. User empowerment. Empowering users with tools to control their visibility, block or report abusive behavior, and access support resources can enhance their sense of safety and agency within dating app communities. 5. Promoting respectful interactions. Educational initiatives. Implementing educational initiatives within dating apps can raise awareness about respectful communication, consent, and healthy boundaries. These initiatives encourage users to engage in interactions that prioritize mutual respect and safety. Community norms. Fostering community norms that reject objectification, harassment, and coercive behaviors promotes a culture of respect and safety within dating app platforms. Encouraging positive interactions based on genuine connection and mutual consent supports a more inclusive and supportive online dating environment. Conclusion. Safety concerns on dating apps related to objectification and dehumanization highlight the importance of promoting respectful interactions and prioritizing user well-being. By addressing these issues through robust safety measures, user empowerment, and community education, dating apps can cultivate environments that foster genuine connections while mitigating risks associated with unsafe or disrespectful behaviors. Enhancing safety features and promoting a culture of respect contribute to creating positive and inclusive user experiences within the digital dating landscape. Ethical considerations. Promoting respectful interactions on dating apps. Dating apps play a crucial role in fostering a culture of respect and safety by implementing features and policies that prioritize individuals' dignity and autonomy. Promoting respectful interactions involves several strategies aimed at discouraging objectification, educating users on respectful behavior, and addressing harassment promptly. Here's a detailed exploration of how dating apps can promote respectful interactions. 1. Feature implementation. Profile guidelines. Dating apps can establish clear guidelines for profile content to discourage objectification. This includes policies against explicit or inappropriate photos, hate speech, or discriminatory language that devalues individuals based on gender, ethnicity, or other characteristics. Reporting mechanisms. Robust reporting mechanisms empower users to flag inappropriate behavior, including harassment, spam, or other forms of misconduct. Prompt responses to reports are essential for addressing concerns swiftly and maintaining a safe environment. Blocking and filtering. Providing users with tools to block or filter unwanted contacts helps them control their interactions and maintain boundaries. This feature is critical for users to feel empowered in managing their online experience. 2. User education. Guidelines and tips. Offering guidelines and educational resources within the app educates users on respectful communication, consent, and healthy boundaries. Tips on initiating conversations, recognizing red flags, and respecting personal space can promote positive interactions. Community standards. Establishing community standards that promote inclusivity, tolerance, and respect reinforces expectations for user behavior. Clear communication of these standards encourages users to contribute to a welcoming and safe community. 3. Addressing harassment and misconduct. Prompt action. Taking immediate action on reported incidents of harassment or misconduct demonstrates the app's commitment to user safety. This may include suspending or permanently banning accounts that violate community guidelines. Transparent communication. Communicating openly with users about policies, enforcement actions, and updates on safety measures builds trust and accountability. Transparency in how the app handles safety issues fosters a sense of security among its user base. 4. Cultivating a respectful culture. Promoting empathy. Encouraging empathy and consideration for others in online interactions can reduce instances of objectification or insensitive behavior. Features that prompt users to consider the impact of their messages or actions on others can foster empathy. Inclusivity initiatives. Actively promoting inclusivity through diverse representation in marketing, features, and community events reinforces the app's commitment to respecting all users. Celebrating diversity contributes to a welcoming environment where individuals feel valued and respected. 5. Continuous improvement. Feedback mechanisms. Regularly seeking feedback from users about their experiences and suggestions for improvement allows dating apps to evolve in addressing emerging challenges. Incorporating user input into policy updates and feature enhancements demonstrates responsiveness to community needs. Collaboration with experts. Partnering with experts in psychology, sociology, and digital ethics can inform best practices for promoting respectful interactions and mitigating risks of harm. Collaboration helps dating apps stay informed about evolving trends and societal norms. Conclusion. Promoting respectful interactions on dating apps involves a multifaceted approach that includes feature implementation, user education, proactive management of harassment, and fostering a culture of inclusivity and empathy. By prioritizing user safety and dignity, dating apps can create environments where individuals feel empowered to engage authentically and respectfully. Continuous efforts to improve policies and practices ensure that dating apps evolve in addressing challenges while upholding principles of respect and integrity within the digital dating landscape. User education on dating apps. User education plays a pivotal role in empowering individuals to navigate dating apps responsibly and ethically. By providing resources on healthy relationship dynamics, consent, and the impact of objectification, dating apps can foster an environment that promotes mutual respect, genuine connection, and user safety. Here's a detailed exploration of how user education can be implemented effectively. 1. Healthy relationship dynamics. Understanding boundaries. Education on healthy relationship dynamics includes guidance on setting and respecting personal boundaries. This helps users recognize the importance of consent and autonomy in interactions with others on dating platforms. Effective communication. Resources can educate users on effective communication skills, such as active listening, empathy, and clear expression of intentions. These skills are crucial for fostering meaningful connections and avoiding misunderstandings. Conflict resolution. Providing tips on resolving conflicts constructively encourages users to address disagreements or misunderstandings in a respectful manner. This promotes healthier interactions and reduces the likelihood of escalation or harm. 2. Consent education. Definition of consent. Clear explanations of what constitutes consent and the importance of enthusiastic, ongoing consent in all interactions are essential. Users should understand that consent is freely given, reversible, informed, and enthusiastic. Recognizing coercion. Education should highlight the signs of coercion or pressure in online interactions and emphasize the need for all parties to feel comfortable and respected throughout their communication. Empowerment in consent. Empowering users to assert their boundaries and preferences, as well as to recognize and respect the boundaries of others, fosters a culture of mutual respect and safety. 3. Impact of objectification. Awareness of objectifying behaviors. Users benefit from learning about the negative impact of objectification on individual self-esteem, mental health, and overall well-being. Understanding how objectification reduces individuals to superficial qualities can encourage more empathetic and respectful interactions. Promoting authenticity. Encouraging users to present themselves authentically and appreciate the full personality and humanity of others helps combat objectification. Emphasizing the value of genuine connections over superficial judgments reinforces positive online dating behaviors. 4. Promoting user safety. Recognizing red flags. Education should include information on recognizing red flags or warning signs of potentially harmful behaviors, such as manipulation, gaslighting, or abusive language. Empowering users to trust their instincts and take action if they feel unsafe is crucial. Reporting and support. Clear guidance on how to report abusive behavior and access support resources within the app promotes user safety. Prompt responses to reports of misconduct demonstrate the platform's commitment to maintaining a safe environment. 5. Continuous learning and feedback. Updating resources. Regularly updating educational resources based on user feedback, emerging trends, and expert advice ensures that information remains relevant and effective in addressing evolving challenges. Collaboration with experts. Partnering with experts in psychology, relationship counseling, and digital ethics enhances the quality and credibility of educational content. Expert input informs best practices for promoting healthy online interactions and addressing complex issues. Conclusion. User education on dating apps is essential for promoting responsible, respectful, and safe interactions among users. By providing resources on healthy relationship dynamics, consent, and the impact of objectification, dating apps empower individuals to navigate online dating with awareness, empathy, and integrity. Educated users are better equipped to foster genuine connections, respect boundaries, and contribute to a positive and inclusive digital dating community. Continuous improvement and collaboration with experts ensure that user education initiatives effectively address the evolving needs and challenges of online dating platforms. Chapter 7. Hookup culture versus long-term relationships on dating apps. Dating apps have significantly influenced contemporary dating dynamics, often leading to the prominence of hookup culture alongside challenges in pursuing serious, long-term relationships. Here's a detailed exploration of these contrasting aspects. 1. Casual encounters. Rise of hookup culture. Dating apps have facilitated a rise in hookup culture by providing a platform where users can easily connect for casual, non-committal encounters. Features like swiping and instant messaging encourage quick, spontaneous interactions based primarily on physical attraction. Transactional nature. Hookup culture often emphasizes the transactional nature of relationships, where the primary focus is on immediate gratification and physical intimacy rather than emotional connection or long-term commitment. Social acceptance. The normalization of casual encounters through dating apps has contributed to a broader social acceptance of non-committal relationships, challenging traditional dating norms that prioritize emotional connection and long-term commitment. 2. Finding serious relationships. Challenges and misalignment. In an environment dominated by hookup culture, individuals seeking serious, long-term relationships may face challenges. The emphasis on casual encounters can lead to misunderstandings or misaligned expectations between users looking for different relationship outcomes. Superficial judgments. Dating apps' reliance on profile photos and brief bios for matchmaking can promote superficial judgments, making it challenging for users to assess compatibility beyond physical appearance. This can hinder the development of meaningful connections necessary for long-term relationships. Navigating intentions. Clarifying intentions early in interactions becomes crucial for users seeking serious relationships. Clear communication about relationship goals, values, and expectations helps mitigate the ambiguity prevalent in a hookup-centric dating environment. 3. Impact on traditional dating. Shift in dating norms. Dating apps have contributed to a shift in traditional dating norms, where the pace and expectations of relationships are influenced by digital interactions rather than face-to-face encounters or shared social circles. Diverse preferences. While hookup culture is prominent, dating apps also cater to diverse preferences, including those seeking meaningful connections. Some platforms offer features like detailed profiles, compatibility assessments, and relationship-oriented filters to facilitate serious dating. Balancing choices. Users navigating dating apps must navigate between casual encounters and the pursuit of long-term relationships, often requiring careful consideration of profiles, communication styles, and shared values. 4. Psychological impact. Emotional well-being. The prevalence of hookup culture and the challenges of finding serious relationships can impact users' emotional well-being. Repeated experiences of casual encounters or difficulties in forming lasting connections may contribute to feelings of loneliness, frustration, or disillusionment. Self-esteem. Users may experience fluctuations in self-esteem based on their success in achieving desired relationship outcomes on dating apps. Rejection or the perception of being valued solely for physical attributes can influence self-worth and confidence. 5. Cultural and societal influences. Generational differences. Generational attitudes towards dating, influenced by technology and social norms, shape the prevalence of hookup culture versus the pursuit of long-term relationships. Younger generations, accustomed to digital interactions, may approach dating apps with different expectations than older generations. Social validation. The instant feedback and validation provided by dating apps, whether through matches or messages, can influence users' perceptions of their desirability and attractiveness within the dating pool. This social validation may reinforce behaviors aligned with hookup culture or long-term relationship goals. Conclusion. Dating apps have transformed the dating landscape by popularizing hookup culture while presenting challenges for those seeking serious, long-term relationships. Understanding the dynamics of hookup culture versus the pursuit of meaningful connections requires navigating differences in user intentions, communication styles, and societal influences. By acknowledging these contrasts, dating apps can cater to diverse relationship preferences while fostering environments that promote respect, clear communication, and emotional well-being among users. Balancing the impact of hookup culture with opportunities for meaningful relationships remains a key challenge and opportunity in the evolving digital dating realm. Casual encounters. Rise of hookup culture on dating apps. Dating apps have significantly contributed to the rise of hookup culture by providing a digital platform that facilitates quick and casual encounters. Here's a detailed exploration of how dating apps have fostered hookup culture. 1. Accessibility and convenience. Digital connectivity. Dating apps leverage technology to connect users instantly, transcending geographical barriers and facilitating interactions that may not occur otherwise. This accessibility lowers traditional barriers to meeting new people, making casual encounters more feasible and immediate. Swiping mechanism. The swipe feature popularized by apps like Tinder simplifies the process of indicating interest or disinterest based on superficial criteria such as profile photos and brief bios. This gamified approach encourages rapid decision-making and facilitates a high volume of interactions. 2. Focus on physical attraction. Visual primacy. Dating apps prioritize visual elements, such as profile photos, as the initial basis for attraction and interaction. Users often make split-second decisions based on these visuals, which can emphasize physical appearance over other qualities like personality or shared interests. Instant messaging. Features like instant messaging enable users to initiate conversations immediately upon mutual interest. This immediacy encourages spontaneous interactions centered on immediate attraction rather than long-term compatibility or emotional connection. 3. Norms and acceptance. Normalization. Over time, hookup culture facilitated by dating apps has become more normalized and socially accepted, particularly among younger demographics. The ease and convenience of digital interactions contribute to a cultural shift where casual encounters are viewed as a viable and legitimate way of meeting new people. Social validation. Positive reinforcement through matches and interactions reinforces the behavior associated with hookup culture, creating a cycle where users seek validation and gratification through casual interactions. 4. Transactional nature. Non-committal approach. Hookup culture on dating apps often reflects a non-committal approach to relationships, where users engage in brief, often one-time encounters without the expectation of emotional intimacy or long-term commitment. Transactional relationships. Interactions facilitated by dating apps can adopt a transactional nature, where users exchange attention, validation, or physical intimacy in a manner that mirrors consumerist behaviors rather than emotional connections. 5. Impact on dating dynamics. Shift in norms. The prevalence of hookup culture has contributed to a shift in dating norms, where traditional expectations of courtship and relationship progression may be replaced by more casual and immediate interactions. Challenges for serious relationships. While hookup culture caters to immediate gratification and casual encounters, it can present challenges for individuals seeking serious, long-term relationships. The emphasis on physical attraction and spontaneous interactions may overshadow the development of deeper emotional connections or shared values. Conclusion. Dating apps have revolutionized dating dynamics by facilitating hookup culture through features that prioritize accessibility, physical attraction, and instant gratification. The rise of hookup culture reflects broader shifts in societal norms towards casual relationships and digital interactions. Understanding these dynamics is essential for navigating dating apps and recognizing the influences of hookup culture on personal preferences, relationship expectations, and societal attitudes towards dating and intimacy. Transactional nature in hookup culture. Hookup culture, fostered significantly by dating apps, often emphasizes a transactional approach to relationships. Here's a detailed exploration of its characteristics and impact. 1. Emphasis on immediate gratification. Instantaneous interactions. Dating apps facilitate quick, often impulsive interactions based on immediate attraction or physical appeal. Users can engage in spontaneous conversations or arrange meetings swiftly, prioritizing immediate gratification over long-term emotional connection. Physical intimacy. The transactional nature of hookup culture places a strong emphasis on physical intimacy as a primary goal of interactions. Users may seek short-term encounters or casual relationships that fulfill immediate physical desires without the expectation of emotional bonding or commitment. 2. Limited emotional investment. Surface-level connections. Relationships in hookup culture tend to remain superficial, focusing on the present moment rather than long-term emotional investment. Users may prioritize fun, excitement, or sexual satisfaction over developing deeper emotional connections or understanding each other's personal histories and aspirations. Avoidance of emotional vulnerability. The transactional approach often involves avoiding emotional vulnerability or attachment, as these elements can complicate casual relationships or detract from the simplicity and immediacy of physical interactions. 3. Exchange-based dynamics. Transactional exchanges. Interactions within hookup culture can resemble transactional exchanges, where individuals exchange attention, validation, or physical intimacy in a manner that mirrors economic transactions. This exchange-based dynamic may involve clear expectations and boundaries regarding the duration and nature of the relationship. Quid pro quo mentality. Participants in hookup culture may adopt a quid pro quo mentality, expecting reciprocation of attention or favors in exchange for physical intimacy or validation. This approach reinforces the transactional nature of relationships, where each party evaluates the benefits and costs of engaging in casual encounters. 4. Challenges for emotional connection. Limited communication. Communication within hookup culture may focus primarily on arranging meetings or discussing immediate desires, rather than engaging in meaningful conversations that foster emotional intimacy or understanding. Difficulty in vulnerability. Establishing emotional connection or vulnerability can be challenging within hookup culture, as the emphasis on casual interactions may discourage individuals from expressing deeper emotions or personal vulnerabilities. 5. Impact on relationship expectations. Shift in priorities. The prevalence of hookup culture can influence individuals' relationship expectations, shifting priorities away from emotional connection or long-term commitment towards immediate physical satisfaction and recreational companionship. Navigating expectations. For individuals seeking serious relationships, navigating hookup culture can present challenges in identifying compatible partners who share similar relationship goals and values. The transactional nature of casual encounters may complicate efforts to establish trust, mutual respect, and shared understanding. Conclusion. Hookup culture, characterized by its transactional nature, emphasizes immediate gratification and physical intimacy over emotional connection or long-term commitment. Facilitated by dating apps, this cultural shift reflects broader societal attitudes towards relationships and intimacy, influencing how individuals approach dating, communication, and personal fulfillment. Understanding the transactional dynamics of hookup culture is essential for navigating contemporary dating landscapes and recognizing its impact on personal values, relationship expectations, and emotional well-being. Social acceptance of casual encounters through dating apps. The normalization of casual encounters facilitated by dating apps has reshaped societal attitudes towards relationships, emphasizing non-committal interactions over traditional values of emotional connection and long-term commitment. Here's a detailed exploration of this phenomenon. 1. Evolution of social norms. Shifting perceptions. Dating apps have played a pivotal role in shifting societal perceptions of relationships, particularly among younger generations. Casual encounters, once stigmatized or viewed as unconventional, are now increasingly normalized and accepted as legitimate ways of meeting potential partners. Generational influence. Young adults, in particular, have embraced dating apps as a mainstream method for socializing and forming connections. The prevalence of digital interactions has normalized casual dating practices, challenging older, more conservative views that prioritize courtship and commitment. 2. Accessibility and convenience. Digital accessibility. Dating apps provide accessible platforms for individuals to explore their dating preferences and engage in casual interactions without geographical limitations. This accessibility broadens social circles and introduces users to diverse perspectives and relationship dynamics. Convenience. The convenience of dating apps enables users to initiate and maintain connections effortlessly, facilitating spontaneous meetups and casual encounters that align with contemporary lifestyles characterized by mobility and flexibility. 3. Cultural and media influence. Media portrayal. Popular media, including television shows, films, and online content, often depict casual relationships and hookups as normative behaviors among young adults. This media representation reinforces the perception that non-committal interactions are common and acceptable in modern dating culture. Social media integration. Social media platforms amplify the visibility and acceptance of casual encounters, with users sharing experiences, preferences, and opinions that contribute to shaping societal attitudes towards relationship dynamics and personal fulfillment. 4. Redefining relationship expectations. Alternative relationship models. The normalization of casual encounters challenges traditional relationship models that prioritize exclusivity, emotional intimacy, and long-term commitment. Individuals may explore alternative relationship structures, such as open relationships or polyamory, that accommodate diverse emotional and sexual needs. Personal agency. Dating apps empower individuals to define their relationship goals and preferences, encouraging autonomy in navigating romantic connections based on personal values, desires, and aspirations. 5. Impact on dating practices. Diversification of dating practices. The acceptance of casual encounters diversifies dating practices, allowing individuals to experiment with different relationship dynamics and intimacy levels. This diversity promotes inclusivity and respect for diverse expressions of romantic and sexual identities. Challenges and considerations. While casual encounters are increasingly accepted, navigating dating apps requires consideration of consent, communication, and mutual respect to ensure positive and fulfilling interactions for all participants. Conclusion. The normalization of casual encounters through dating apps reflects evolving societal norms and values regarding relationships and intimacy. By challenging traditional dating expectations, dating apps have broadened opportunities for individuals to explore diverse relationship dynamics and define their own paths to personal fulfillment. Understanding the social acceptance of casual encounters is essential for navigating contemporary dating landscapes and embracing the diversity of relationship experiences and expressions in today's digital age. Finding serious relationships. Challenges and misalignment in hookup culture. In an environment where hookup culture predominates, individuals seeking serious, long-term relationships may encounter significant challenges. Here's a detailed exploration of these challenges and the potential misalignment of expectations. 1. Different relationship goals. Casual versus long-term. Hookup culture often prioritizes casual, non-committal encounters focused on immediate gratification and physical intimacy. Individuals seeking serious relationships may have contrasting priorities, prioritizing emotional connection, commitment, and long-term compatibility. Communication challenges. Misaligned expectations can arise when users fail to communicate their relationship goals clearly or interpret interactions differently. Casual encounters may be perceived as ambiguous, leading to misunderstandings about the nature and expectations of the relationship. 2. Emotional dissonance. Emotional investment. Individuals seeking serious relationships may invest emotionally in interactions, expecting reciprocity and mutual investment from their partners. In contrast, hookup culture may discourage emotional vulnerability or attachment, potentially leaving individuals feeling emotionally unfulfilled or disconnected. Impact on well-being. Emotional dissonance can contribute to feelings of disillusionment, loneliness, or frustration among individuals seeking meaningful connections within a hookup-oriented environment. The discrepancy between desired and experienced emotional intimacy may impact self-esteem and overall well-being. 3. Trust and commitment issues. Building trust. Trust is foundational in establishing meaningful relationships. In hookup culture, where interactions may be brief and transient, individuals seeking long-term commitments may struggle to build trust and establish emotional security with potential partners. Commitment phobia. The transient nature of casual encounters in hookup culture can perpetuate commitment phobia or reluctance to invest in relationships that require long-term emotional and logistical commitments. This reluctance may stem from past experiences, fear of vulnerability, or uncertainty about future relationship outcomes. 4. Compatibility assessment. Surface-level interactions. Hookup culture often emphasizes physical attraction and immediate chemistry over deeper compatibility factors such as shared values, life goals, and interpersonal dynamics. Individuals seeking long-term relationships may find it challenging to assess compatibility beyond initial attraction or superficial interactions. Navigating expectations. Clarifying expectations and discussing relationship goals early in the dating process can mitigate misunderstandings and align expectations between individuals seeking casual encounters and those prioritizing serious relationships. Open communication promotes transparency and mutual understanding in navigating diverse relationship intentions. 5. Personal growth and reflection. Self-discovery. Individuals navigating hookup culture while seeking serious relationships may undergo personal growth and reflection. Clarifying personal values, relationship priorities, and desired relationship outcomes can guide intentional dating practices and foster resilience in navigating dating challenges. Adapting dating strategies. Adapting dating strategies to prioritize authentic connections and compatibility can enhance resilience and empower individuals to pursue relationships aligned with their long-term goals and aspirations. Conclusion: navigating hookup culture while seeking serious, long-term relationships involves recognizing challenges related to misaligned expectations, emotional dissonance, trust building, and compatibility assessment. By fostering clear communication, self-reflection, and intentional dating practices, individuals can navigate dating landscapes effectively, align relationship intentions, and cultivate meaningful connections that support their emotional and relational well-being. Understanding these challenges is essential for individuals seeking to establish fulfilling, long-term relationships within a cultural context that may prioritize casual encounters and non-committal interactions. Superficial judgments on dating apps. Dating apps often rely heavily on profile photos and brief bios as primary criteria for matchmaking, which can lead to superficial judgments among users. Here's a detailed exploration of how this phenomenon occurs and its impact on forming meaningful connections. 1. Visual bias. Immediate impressions. Profile photos are typically the first impression users have of potential matches. This initial visual encounter can heavily influence users' perceptions and decisions, often prioritizing physical attractiveness as a key determinant of interest. Limited information. Brief bios accompanying photos may provide minimal context or insight into a person's personality, values, interests, or life experiences. Users may rely on visual cues alone to gauge compatibility, overlooking nuanced aspects that contribute to meaningful connections. 2. Impact on compatibility assessment. Surface-level criteria. Relying on superficial judgments based on photos can hinder users' ability to assess deeper compatibility factors essential for long-term relationships. Shared values, communication styles, life goals, and emotional intelligence are crucial aspects that contribute to relationship satisfaction but may not be apparent from a profile photo. Mismatched expectations. Superficial judgments may lead to mismatches between users' perceived and actual compatibility. Users may find themselves interacting with individuals whose values, interests, or relationship goals do not align with their own, despite initial physical attraction. 3. Psychological effects. Self-esteem impact. Users may experience fluctuations in self-esteem based on the validation or lack thereof received from matches. Rejection or lack of matches based on physical appearance can negatively impact self-image, contributing to feelings of inadequacy or unworthiness. Superficial validation. Conversely, receiving matches primarily based on physical attractiveness may provide superficial validation but may not contribute to genuine self-worth or fulfillment. This cycle of seeking external validation through superficial criteria can perpetuate reliance on surface-level judgments. 4. Communication dynamics. Conversation starters. Superficial judgments may influence initial conversation dynamics, focusing on topics related to physical appearance or immediate attraction rather than exploring deeper interests or shared values. This can limit the scope of conversations and hinder the development of meaningful rapport. Missed opportunities. Users may overlook potential connections with individuals who do not fit conventional beauty standards but possess qualities that align with their relationship preferences and emotional needs. 5. Overcoming superficiality. Promoting authenticity. Encouraging users to prioritize authenticity in profile representation can foster more meaningful connections. Highlighting personal interests, values, and experiences beyond physical appearance can attract like-minded individuals seeking genuine connections. Enhancing profile depth. Dating apps can introduce features that allow users to showcase diverse aspects of their personalities, such as multimedia content, detailed bios, or compatibility quizzes. These enhancements provide opportunities for users to engage more deeply and authentically with potential matches. Conclusion. Superficial judgments on dating apps, driven by reliance on profile photos and brief bios, can hinder users' ability to assess compatibility beyond physical appearance. By promoting authenticity, encouraging profile depth, and emphasizing deeper connection building, dating apps can support users in fostering meaningful relationships based on shared values, emotional compatibility, and mutual respect. Understanding the impact of superficial judgments is crucial for individuals navigating dating apps, empowering them to prioritize substantive connections that contribute to long-term relationship satisfaction and fulfillment. Navigating intentions in a hookup-centric dating environment. Navigating intentions on dating apps, particularly in environments where casual encounters dominate, requires clear communication and awareness of individual relationship goals and expectations. Here's a detailed exploration of how users can navigate intentions effectively. 1. Setting clear expectations. Early communication. Clarifying intentions early in interactions is essential to establish mutual understanding. Users should openly communicate their relationship goals, whether seeking casual dating, a serious relationship, or something in between. Honesty and transparency. Being honest about intentions avoids misunderstandings and ensures both parties are on the same page. This transparency fosters trust and reduces the likelihood of emotional mismatch or disappointment. 2. Identifying compatibility. Shared values and goals. Discussing values, life goals, and expectations helps assess compatibility beyond physical attraction. Users can identify potential matches who align with their long-term relationship aspirations and emotional needs. Mutual respect. Recognizing and respecting differences in relationship preferences ensures that interactions remain respectful and consensual. This mutual respect contributes to a positive dating experience, regardless of relationship outcomes. 3. Managing ambiguity. Navigating mixed signals. In a hookup-centric environment, users may encounter mixed signals or ambiguous interactions. Clear communication allows individuals to navigate uncertainties and determine whether mutual interests align beyond physical attraction. Avoiding assumptions. Clarifying intentions helps users avoid making assumptions about the nature of the relationship. Direct communication reduces the risk of misinterpreting gestures or actions as indicative of commitment or exclusivity. 4. Upholding personal boundaries. Self-awareness. Understanding personal boundaries and comfort levels is crucial when navigating intentions on dating apps. Users should prioritize their emotional well-being and communicate boundaries to ensure respectful interactions. Consent and respect. Respecting boundaries and seeking explicit consent in interactions reinforces a culture of respect and consent. Users can establish trust by prioritizing mutual comfort and ensuring that interactions are consensual. 5. Evaluating relationship progression. Continuous communication. Ongoing dialogue about relationship dynamics allows users to evaluate the progression of their connections. Regular check-ins and discussions about emotional investment and relationship milestones help gauge mutual interest and commitment. Reassessing compatibility. As connections evolve, users should reassess compatibility based on shared experiences, emotional connection, and alignment of relationship goals. Open communication facilitates discussions about relationship direction and future expectations. Conclusion. Navigating intentions in a hookup-centric dating environment requires proactive communication, mutual respect, and awareness of individual preferences. By setting clear expectations early, identifying compatibility beyond physical attraction, managing ambiguity with open dialogue, upholding personal boundaries, and evaluating relationship progression, users can navigate dating apps with greater clarity and confidence. Understanding and communicating intentions fosters authentic connections based on mutual respect, emotional compatibility, and shared relationship goals, enhancing the potential for meaningful and fulfilling relationships in both casual and serious dating contexts. Impact on traditional dating. Shift in dating norms due to dating apps. Dating apps have significantly impacted traditional dating norms, reshaping the pace, expectations, and dynamics of modern relationships. Here's an in-depth exploration of how dating apps have facilitated this shift. 1. Accessibility and choice. Expanded dating pool. Dating apps provide access to a vast and diverse pool of potential partners beyond traditional social circles. Users can connect with individuals based on shared interests, preferences, and geographical proximity, significantly broadening their dating options. Increased choice. The abundance of profiles and matchmaking algorithms empower users to explore multiple potential matches simultaneously. This abundance of choice contrasts with traditional dating, where options were often limited to immediate social circles or introductions through friends and family. 2. Digital interaction dynamics. Initial interactions. Dating apps prioritize digital interactions through profile browsing, swiping mechanisms, and messaging. These digital interactions replace or precede face-to-face encounters, influencing the initial stages of relationship development. Communication patterns. Text-based communication on dating apps shapes conversational styles and communication norms. Users often engage in prolonged digital exchanges before transitioning to voice or video calls, altering the progression of relationship intimacy. 3. Shifting relationship expectations. Pace of relationships. The immediacy and convenience of dating apps accelerate relationship dynamics, allowing users to initiate and dissolve connections quickly. This accelerated pace contrasts with traditional dating's gradual progression from acquaintance to commitment. Casual dating norms. Dating apps have normalized casual dating practices, where users may engage in non-committal interactions or short-term relationships. The prevalence of casual dating fosters diverse relationship expectations and experiences among app users. 4. Influence of technology. Algorithmic matching. Dating apps utilize algorithms to suggest potential matches based on user preferences, behaviors, and demographic data. Algorithmic matching influences relationship formation by prioritizing compatibility metrics and shared interests. Visual representation. Profile photos and curated bios on dating apps shape initial impressions and attraction dynamics. Users may prioritize physical appearance or specific attributes when selecting potential matches, influencing relationship outcomes. 5. Social and cultural impact. Acceptance of online dating. The normalization of online dating through dating apps has reduced stigma surrounding digital matchmaking. Online dating is now widely accepted as a legitimate avenue for relationship formation, reflecting broader cultural shifts towards digital interaction and connectivity. Generational differences. Younger generations, in particular, have embraced dating apps as primary avenues for meeting potential partners. These generational shifts highlight evolving attitudes towards technology-mediated relationships and digital intimacy. 6. Challenges and adaptations. Navigating authenticity. Users navigate authenticity amidst curated profiles and idealized self-presentations on dating apps. Balancing self-expression with digital impression management poses challenges in establishing genuine connections and mitigating misrepresentation. Impact on traditional dating norms. Dating apps challenge traditional dating norms by prioritizing efficiency, choice, and digital interaction over traditional courting rituals and interpersonal dynamics. Conclusion. Dating apps have ushered in a transformation of dating norms, influencing relationship dynamics, expectations, and the integration of technology into intimate interactions. The shift towards digital matchmaking reflects societal changes in communication, accessibility, and relationship formation preferences, shaping contemporary dating practices and fostering diverse relationship experiences among app users. Understanding these shifts provides insights into the evolving landscape of modern romance and the intersection of technology with interpersonal connections. Diverse preferences on dating apps. Dating apps, despite their association with hookup culture, cater to diverse preferences and relationship goals, including users seeking meaningful connections. Here's an in-depth exploration of how dating apps accommodate varied preferences. 1. Platform diversity. Range of apps. The dating app ecosystem includes a variety of platforms catering to different demographics, interests, and relationship goals. Some apps explicitly focus on casual dating, while others emphasize long-term relationships, marriage, or specific cultural or religious preferences. Features and filters. Many dating apps incorporate features designed to facilitate serious dating. These may include detailed user profiles, compatibility assessments, and advanced filters for interests, values, and relationship expectations. These features help users navigate the app landscape according to their specific dating preferences. 2. User intentions and communication. Profile customization. Users can customize their profiles on dating apps to reflect their personality, interests, and relationship goals. Detailed profiles provide insights beyond physical appearance, offering opportunities for users to express values, hobbies, and aspirations. Communication tools. Platforms offer diverse communication tools beyond swiping and messaging, such as video calls, voice messages, or personality quizzes. These tools enable users to engage in meaningful interactions and assess compatibility before meeting in person. 3. Relationship-oriented features. Compatibility assessments. Some apps use algorithms to assess compatibility based on user responses to personality quizzes, values assessments, or relationship questionnaires. These assessments aim to match users with compatible partners based on shared interests, values, and long-term relationship potential. Long-term filters. Advanced search filters allow users to specify preferences for potential matches, such as age range, location proximity, education level, and relationship status. These filters streamline the matchmaking process, aligning users with others who share similar relationship intentions. 4. Community and support. Community engagement. Dating apps may foster community engagement through forums, groups, or events focused on relationship advice, dating tips, or offline meetups. These features enhance user experience by providing social support and opportunities to connect beyond digital interactions. Safety and privacy. Platforms prioritize safety measures, such as verification processes, moderation of inappropriate content, and user reporting systems. Ensuring user safety promotes trust and encourages users to engage more authentically in pursuit of meaningful connections. 5. Evolution of user preferences. Changing attitudes. As societal attitudes towards online dating evolve, more users prioritize meaningful connections over casual encounters. This shift influences app design and marketing strategies, encouraging platforms to innovate features that appeal to relationship-oriented users. Success stories. Platforms highlight success stories of users who have found long-term relationships or marriage through their app. These narratives validate the efficacy of dating apps in facilitating serious dating and encourage users to pursue their relationship goals confidently. Conclusion. Dating apps have evolved to accommodate diverse preferences, offering features and tools that cater to users seeking meaningful connections and long-term relationships. By prioritizing customization, compatibility assessments, and community engagement, these platforms empower users to navigate the digital dating landscape according to their individual dating goals and preferences. Understanding these diverse functionalities underscores the nuanced role of dating apps in modern romance, providing opportunities for both casual interactions and committed partnerships. Balancing choices on dating apps. Navigating dating apps involves striking a balance between exploring casual encounters and seeking meaningful, long-term relationships. Here's a detailed exploration of how users manage these choices. 1. Profile evaluation. Initial impressions. Users often make quick judgments based on profile photos, bios, and initial interactions. Balancing choices involves assessing whether a potential match aligns with their relationship goals, whether casual or serious, based on these limited cues. Bio and details. Beyond photos, users scrutinize bios and additional profile details to gauge compatibility in terms of interests, values, and lifestyle choices. This evaluation helps users determine if there's potential for a deeper connection beyond physical attraction. 2. Communication dynamics. Messaging style. The manner in which users communicate, whether casual and flirtatious or thoughtful and introspective, can signal their intentions. Balancing choices entails adjusting communication style to match the desired relationship outcome, whether it's building rapport for a casual encounter or nurturing deeper connections. Frequency and depth. Users manage communication frequency and depth to align with their dating preferences. For casual encounters, interactions may be lighter and more sporadic, while those seeking long-term relationships may prioritize meaningful conversations and deeper emotional engagement. 3. Values and compatibility. Shared values. Users navigating dating apps consider shared values and life goals when deciding whether to pursue a match further. Balancing choices involves identifying compatibility in areas such as family values, career aspirations, religion, or lifestyle preferences. Compatibility assessments. Some apps offer compatibility assessments or personality quizzes to help users gauge potential matches based on shared interests and relationship expectations. This tool assists in balancing choices by providing data-driven insights into compatibility beyond initial impressions. 4. Intent clarity. Clear communication. To navigate between casual encounters and serious relationships, users communicate their intentions clearly and respectfully. Setting expectations early in interactions helps manage mutual understanding and avoids misunderstandings about relationship goals. Flexibility and adaptability. Users may adjust their approach based on evolving preferences or experiences on the app. Balancing choices requires flexibility to explore different types of connections while remaining true to personal values and relationship aspirations. 5. Learning and adaptation. Feedback loop. Users learn from past interactions and adjust their approach to improve their chances of finding suitable matches. This iterative process involves refining search criteria, communication strategies, and overall app usage to better align with desired relationship outcomes. 6. Emotional awareness. Self-awareness. Users cultivate emotional awareness to navigate the emotional ups and downs of dating apps. Balancing choices involves recognizing and managing feelings of excitement, disappointment, or uncertainty that may arise from interactions and outcomes on the platform. 7. Personal growth. Reflection and growth. Navigating dating apps prompts users to reflect on their own desires, boundaries, and relationship readiness. Balancing choices encourages personal growth by fostering self-discovery and learning from dating experiences to refine relationship preferences over time. Conclusion. Balancing choices on dating apps involves a nuanced approach that considers profile evaluation, communication dynamics, shared values, clarity of intentions, learning from experiences, and personal growth. By navigating between casual encounters and the pursuit of long-term relationships, users strategically manage their interactions and optimize their chances of finding meaningful connections that align with their relationship goals and aspirations. This process underscores the complexity and individuality of modern dating, where digital platforms offer both opportunities and challenges in the quest for romantic fulfillment. Psychological impact. Emotional well-being and dating apps. The impact of dating apps, particularly in contexts dominated by hookup culture or challenges in finding serious relationships, can significantly influence users' emotional well-being. Here's a detailed exploration of these dynamics. 1. Hookup culture and emotional impact. Casual encounters. Dating apps facilitate quick, non-committal interactions that prioritize physical attraction and immediate gratification over emotional connection. Engaging in frequent casual encounters can lead to a sense of detachment and emotional emptiness, especially if these encounters lack depth or meaningful connection. Loneliness and isolation. Despite the superficial validation of casual encounters, users may experience heightened feelings of loneliness or isolation. The transient nature of these interactions can exacerbate feelings of emotional disconnection from others, contributing to a sense of being unfulfilled or misunderstood. Frustration and disillusionment. Users seeking meaningful relationships within hookup-centric environments may encounter frustration and disillusionment. The disparity between their desire for emotional intimacy and the prevalence of casual encounters can lead to feelings of disappointment or disillusionment with the dating process. 2. Challenges in finding serious relationships. Mismatched expectations. Users seeking serious relationships may struggle to find like-minded individuals amidst a sea of profiles prioritizing casual encounters. This mismatch in expectations can create frustration and uncertainty about the feasibility of finding a long-term partner on dating apps. Emotional investment. The difficulty in forming lasting connections may discourage users from investing emotionally in new interactions. Fear of rejection or repeated disappointments can lead to guardedness and reluctance to open up to potential matches, hindering the development of meaningful relationships. 3. Impact on self-esteem. Validation and rejection. The fluctuating nature of interactions on dating apps, ranging from validation through matches to rejection or indifference, can impact users' self-esteem. Repeated rejection or superficial acceptance based solely on physical appearance may lead to self-doubt or negative self-perception. Comparison and inadequacy. Users may compare themselves unfavorably to others based on perceived success in dating app interactions. This comparison can amplify feelings of inadequacy or unworthiness, particularly if they perceive themselves as less desirable or successful in the dating pool. 4. Emotional resilience and coping strategies. Self-awareness. Building emotional resilience involves cultivating self-awareness about one's dating preferences, boundaries, and emotional triggers. Users can benefit from reflecting on their dating experiences and identifying patterns or behaviors that contribute to emotional distress. Setting boundaries. Establishing clear boundaries in dating interactions helps protect emotional well-being. Users can prioritize connections that align with their values and relationship goals, while respectfully declining interactions that do not meet their emotional needs. 5. Seeking support, community and resources. Engaging with supportive communities or seeking resources on healthy dating practices can provide validation and guidance. Users can benefit from sharing experiences, seeking advice, or accessing professional support to navigate the emotional challenges of dating apps effectively. Conclusion. Emotional well-being on dating apps is influenced by the prevalence of hookup culture, challenges in finding serious relationships, impact on self-esteem, and strategies for emotional resilience. By acknowledging these dynamics and proactively managing emotional responses, users can navigate dating apps in ways that prioritize their mental health and emotional fulfillment. Building self-awareness, setting boundaries, seeking support, and fostering meaningful connections are essential steps towards maintaining emotional well-being amidst the complexities of modern dating platforms. Self-esteem and dating apps. Self-esteem, or how individuals perceive and value themselves, is significantly influenced by their experiences and interactions on dating apps. Here's a detailed exploration of how dating apps can impact self-esteem. 1. Rejection and self-worth. Impact of rejection. Users on dating apps often face rejection in various forms, such as not receiving matches, being unmatched, or conversations that do not progress. Repeated experiences of rejection can lead to feelings of inadequacy or unworthiness, affecting self-esteem. Individuals may internalize rejection as a reflection of their attractiveness, personality, or overall desirability. Perceived value. The emphasis on profile photos and initial impressions can contribute to users feeling valued primarily for their physical appearance. This can create a superficial perception of self-worth, where individuals equate their attractiveness or external attributes with their overall value as a potential partner. 2. Validation and external approval. Superficial validation. Positive interactions, such as receiving matches or compliments on physical appearance, can provide temporary validation. However, this validation may be shallow and fleeting, especially if it does not translate into meaningful connections or relationships. Dependency on approval. Users may develop a dependency on external validation from dating apps, seeking continual affirmation to bolster their self-esteem. The reliance on others' approval for validation can undermine intrinsic self-worth and confidence. 3. Comparisons and self-perception. Comparison to others. The visible nature of dating app interactions can foster comparisons to other users based on perceived success or attractiveness. Users may compare themselves unfavorably to others who appear more successful or desirable, leading to negative self-comparisons and diminished self-esteem. Impact on self-perception. Negative experiences or comparisons can distort individuals' self-perception, reinforcing beliefs of inadequacy or unattractiveness. Over time, these perceptions may erode self-confidence and inhibit users from presenting their authentic selves on dating platforms. 4. Strategies for maintaining self-esteem. Self-acceptance. Building self-esteem involves cultivating self-acceptance and recognizing personal strengths and qualities beyond external validation. Users can benefit from focusing on intrinsic qualities, such as values, interests, and achievements, that contribute to their overall sense of self-worth. Setting realistic expectations. Managing expectations about dating outcomes on apps can reduce the impact of rejection or perceived failure. Users can approach interactions with openness and resilience, acknowledging that dating app dynamics do not define their value as individuals. 5. Seeking support and balance. Social support. Engaging with supportive networks, friends, or communities can provide encouragement and perspective outside of dating app interactions. Sharing experiences and seeking empathy from others can help mitigate the emotional impact of dating challenges on self-esteem. Balancing offline activities. Allocating time for offline activities and hobbies that promote personal fulfillment and well-being can counteract the negative effects of dating app interactions. Balancing digital interactions with real-world experiences fosters a holistic approach to self-esteem and emotional health. Conclusion. Self-esteem on dating apps fluctuates based on experiences of rejection, validation, comparisons with others, and perceptions of self-worth. By fostering self-acceptance, managing expectations, seeking social support, and maintaining offline activities, users can navigate dating apps in ways that promote positive self-esteem and emotional resilience. Recognizing intrinsic qualities and reducing dependency on external validation are essential steps towards cultivating a healthy self-perception amidst the complexities of online dating environments. Cultural and societal influences. Generational differences in dating attitudes and dating apps. Generational attitudes towards dating, shaped by technological advancements and evolving social norms, significantly influence how different age groups approach dating apps. Here's a detailed exploration of generational differences in attitudes towards hookup culture versus the pursuit of long-term relationships. 1. Technological influence. Digital natives versus digital immigrants. Younger generations, often referred to as digital natives, have grown up with technology and are more accustomed to online interactions, including dating apps. They may be more comfortable with the immediacy and convenience of digital platforms for meeting potential partners. Adaptation to technology. Older generations, considered digital immigrants, may approach dating apps with a different perspective, adapting to technology-driven dating norms later in life. They may have different expectations or reservations about online dating compared to younger cohorts. 2. Attitudes towards relationships. Hookup culture among younger generations. Dating apps have facilitated a rise in hookup culture among younger generations, where casual, non-committal encounters are prevalent. Features like swiping and instant messaging cater to quick, spontaneous interactions based on physical attraction. Long-term relationship pursuit. While hookup culture is prominent, dating apps also cater to individuals seeking serious, long-term relationships. Some platforms offer features like detailed profiles, compatibility assessments, and relationship-oriented filters to facilitate meaningful connections. 3. Social norms and expectations. Shift in dating norms. Dating apps have contributed to a shift in traditional dating norms, where digital interactions influence the pace and expectations of relationships. Younger generations may prioritize flexibility, choice, and independence in their dating preferences. Impact of social media. Social media integration on dating apps allows users to showcase curated aspects of their lives, influencing how they present themselves and perceive potential matches. This curated presentation can impact dating dynamics and interpersonal expectations. 4. Communication styles and preferences. Text-based communication. Younger generations may prefer text-based communication on dating apps, valuing the convenience and control over responses. This mode of communication aligns with digital communication norms and enables users to manage interactions at their own pace. Transition to offline interactions. Despite digital interactions, both younger and older generations recognize the importance of transitioning from online to offline interactions to build deeper connections and assess compatibility beyond digital profiles. 5. Cultural and societal context. Acceptance of online dating. Over time, there has been a broader acceptance of online dating across generational divides. Younger generations may view dating apps as a natural extension of socializing, while older generations may approach them with initial skepticism or caution. Evolution of relationship expectations. Generational differences in relationship expectations may influence how users approach dating apps. Younger generations may prioritize flexibility and exploration, while older generations may seek stability and compatibility based on shared values and life experiences. Conclusion. Generational attitudes towards dating apps reflect broader societal shifts in how relationships are formed and maintained. While hookup culture may be prevalent among younger generations on dating apps, platforms also accommodate diverse relationship preferences, including those seeking long-term commitment. Understanding these generational differences helps navigate the complexities of digital dating environments and adapt communication styles to foster meaningful connections across age groups. Whether embracing hookup culture or pursuing serious relationships, users leverage dating apps to meet personal relationship goals amidst evolving technological and cultural landscapes. Social validation in dating apps. Social validation plays a significant role in shaping user behavior and perceptions on dating apps, influencing both hookup culture and the pursuit of long-term relationships. Here's a detailed exploration of how social validation impacts users. 1. Instant feedback and validation. Immediate gratification. Dating apps provide immediate feedback through features like swiping and instant messaging. A right swipe that results in a match or positive responses to messages gives users instant validation of their desirability within the dating pool. Reinforcement of behavior. Positive feedback reinforces behaviors that lead to matches or engaging conversations. This can include crafting appealing profiles, selecting attractive photos, or initiating conversations in a way that resonates with potential matches. 2. Influence on self-perception. Enhanced self-esteem. Successful interactions on dating apps, such as receiving matches or positive responses, can boost users' self-esteem and confidence in their attractiveness. This positive reinforcement may encourage continued engagement with the app. Impact of rejection. Conversely, experiences of rejection or lack of matches can negatively impact self-esteem, leading to feelings of inadequacy or questioning one's attractiveness. Users may adjust their approach or presentation based on these perceived responses. 3. Alignment with relationship goals. Hookup culture. In contexts where hookup culture prevails, social validation often emphasizes physical attractiveness and immediate appeal. Users may prioritize photos and initial interactions that cater to these preferences to maximize matches and validation. Long-term relationships. For users seeking serious relationships, social validation may focus more on compatibility and shared values rather than immediate physical attraction alone. Positive feedback on profiles or conversations that align with these goals reinforces their pursuit of meaningful connections. 4. Psychological impact. Validation versus dependency. While social validation can enhance self-esteem, excessive reliance on external validation from dating apps may lead to dependency on validation for self-worth. Users may continually seek validation through matches or interactions, potentially affecting emotional well-being. Cognitive bias. Users may develop cognitive biases based on perceived validation or rejection on dating apps, influencing their self-perception and interactions both within and outside the app environment. 5. Cultural and societal context. Normalization of online dating. Over time, the normalization of online dating has influenced how users perceive social validation on dating apps. It has become increasingly accepted as a legitimate way to meet potential partners, shaping societal norms around dating behaviors and expectations. Impact on offline interactions. Social validation received through dating apps may impact users' confidence and approach to offline dating interactions. Positive experiences can encourage users to engage more confidently in face-to-face settings, while negative experiences may lead to hesitation or caution. Conclusion. Social validation on dating apps serves as a powerful motivator influencing user behavior, self-perception, and relationship goals. Whether reinforcing behaviors aligned with hookup culture or encouraging pursuits of long-term relationships, Social validation shapes how users engage with dating apps and perceive their place within the dating landscape. Understanding these dynamics helps users navigate the complexities of digital dating environments while considering their individual relationship preferences and emotional well-being. Chapter 8. Data privacy concerns. Dating apps have revolutionized the way people meet and interact, offering convenient platforms to connect with potential partners. However, alongside their popularity, these apps bring significant privacy and security concerns that users should be aware of. Dating apps have transformed the landscape of modern dating, providing users with easy access to a vast pool of potential matches at their fingertips. These platforms leverage technology to facilitate connections based on shared interests, proximity, and personal preferences. While the convenience of swiping and matching has streamlined the dating process, it also raises critical issues related to privacy and security. Data privacy concerns. 1. Collection and usage of personal information. Dating apps typically require users to create profiles containing personal details such as photos, age, location, and interests. While this information helps in matching users with compatible partners, it also raises concerns about the extent of data collected and how it is used. Extent of data collection. Users often provide extensive personal information, including relationship preferences and even sensitive data such as sexual orientation or religious beliefs. Data security measures. Questions arise regarding the security measures in place to protect this data from unauthorized access or breaches. The vulnerability of personal information on dating apps can lead to identity theft or exploitation if not properly safeguarded. 2. User consent and transparency. Ensuring users are fully informed about how their data is collected, stored, and shared is crucial for maintaining trust. Transparency and privacy policies. Many users may not thoroughly review privacy policies or understand the implications of data sharing practices. Clear, accessible privacy policies are essential to inform users about how their information will be utilized. Consent and control. Users should have control over what information they share and with whom. Concerns arise when data is shared with third parties or used for purposes beyond matchmaking without explicit consent. Safety issues. 1. Catfishing and fake profiles. One of the most significant risks on dating apps is the creation of fake profiles with deceptive intentions. Risk of catfishing. Fake profiles mislead users by presenting false identities, photos, or information. This practice can lead to emotional manipulation, financial scams, or other forms of exploitation. Verification processes. Effective verification mechanisms are critical to authenticate users and mitigate the creation of fake profiles. However, some apps may lack robust verification procedures, making it easier for malicious actors to deceive genuine users. 2. Harassment and abuse. Online platforms can become breeding grounds for harassment or abusive behavior, impacting users' safety and well-being. Online harassment. Users, particularly women, may encounter unwanted advances, explicit messages, or harassment from other users. This behavior can create a hostile environment and deter users from engaging further on the platform. Safety features. Dating apps should implement robust reporting and blocking features to empower users to report harassment and block abusive accounts swiftly. 3. Physical safety concerns. Meeting someone in person whom you've met online carries inherent risks, including physical safety concerns. Meeting strangers. Users should exercise caution when arranging face-to-face meetings with matches from dating apps. Safety tips, such as meeting in public places and informing a trusted friend or family member about plans, can mitigate potential risks. User education. Apps can play a role in educating users about safe dating practices and providing guidance on how to navigate potential risks associated with offline interactions. Conclusion. While dating apps offer unprecedented opportunities to meet new people and explore potential relationships, they also require users to navigate complex privacy and security landscapes. Addressing these concerns involves enhancing data privacy practices, implementing effective security measures, and promoting safe online behaviors. By prioritizing user safety and transparency, Dating apps can foster a trustworthy environment conducive to meaningful connections while mitigating risks associated with privacy breaches and abusive behavior. Extent of data collection. The extent of data collection on dating apps involves gathering a wide array of personal information from users to facilitate matchmaking and enhance user experience. This process is crucial for algorithms to suggest potential matches based on shared interests, location, demographics, and preferences. Here's a detailed look at the extent of data collection on dating apps. Types of personal information collected. 1. Basic profile information. Name and age. Users typically provide their real names and birth dates. Photos. Profile photos are essential for making a first impression and are often required during sign-up. Location. Geographical data is used to suggest matches within a certain radius. 2. Demographic information. Gender and sexual orientation. Users may specify their gender identity and sexual orientation to receive relevant match suggestions. Ethnicity and language. Some apps may collect information about ethnicity or preferred languages for cultural compatibility. 3. Relationship preferences. Desired relationship type. Users indicate whether they are seeking casual dating, a serious relationship, friendship, or other types of connections. Preferences in a partner. Criteria such as age range, physical attributes, and lifestyle preferences help tailor match suggestions. 4. Personal interests and hobbies. Hobbies and interests. Users often list hobbies, interests, and activities to find like-minded individuals. 5. Bio and personal description. Self-description. Users may write a bio to introduce themselves, share personal anecdotes, or highlight their values and beliefs. 6. Sensitive information. Religious beliefs. Some apps allow users to disclose their religious beliefs or preferences for partners with specific religious backgrounds. Political views. Preferences or affiliations in politics may be disclosed to gauge compatibility. Rationale for data collection. 1. Enhanced matching algorithms. By collecting diverse data points, dating apps can employ sophisticated algorithms to generate personalized match recommendations. These algorithms analyze user preferences, behaviors, and demographic data to predict compatibility and increase the likelihood of successful matches. 2. User experience customization. Personalized experiences, such as tailored notifications or content recommendations, can be provided based on user data. This customization aims to improve user engagement and satisfaction with the app. 3. Advertising and monetization. Some apps may use collected data for targeted advertising purposes, allowing advertisers to reach specific demographics or interests. This data-driven approach can contribute to the app's revenue model. Concerns and privacy considerations. 1. Data security. Collecting and storing extensive personal information raises concerns about data security and privacy breaches. Apps must implement robust security measures to protect user data from unauthorized access or cyber attacks. 2. Transparency and consent. Users should be informed about how their data will be used, shared, and stored through clear privacy policies. Providing users with control over their data and obtaining explicit consent for data processing are essential for building trust. 3. Sensitive data handling. Given the sensitivity of information such as sexual orientation or religious beliefs, apps must handle this data with utmost care to prevent discrimination or misuse. 4. Regulatory compliance. Compliance with data protection regulations, such as GDPR in Europe or CCPA in California, is critical to safeguarding user rights and maintaining legal compliance in data handling practices. In conclusion, while extensive data collection on dating apps serves to enhance user experience and facilitate meaningful connections, it also necessitates careful consideration of privacy implications and regulatory requirements to protect user privacy and maintain trust in the platform. Data security measures. Data security measures on dating apps are crucial to protect users' personal information from unauthorized access, breaches, and potential exploitation. Here's a detailed exploration of the security measures typically implemented by dating apps. Encryption protocols. 1. Data encryption. Dating apps employ encryption protocols such as transport layer security to encrypt data transmitted between users' devices and the app servers. This ensures that sensitive information, including usernames, passwords, and messages, is securely transmitted and protected from interception by malicious actors. 2. Storage encryption. Personal data stored on servers is often encrypted at rest. This means that even if unauthorized access occurs, the encrypted data is unintelligible without the decryption keys held by the app's administrators. Authentication and access control. 1. User authentication. Secure authentication mechanisms, such as multi-factor authentication or biometric authentication, help verify users' identities during login processes. This prevents unauthorized access even if login credentials are compromised. 2. Access control policies. Role-based access control ensures that only authorized personnel within the app's organization have access to users' personal data based on their roles and responsibilities. This minimizes the risk of internal breaches or data misuse. Secure development practices. 1. Secure coding practices. Dating apps adhere to secure coding standards and practices to mitigate common vulnerabilities, such as SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and insecure deserialization. Regular code reviews and vulnerability assessments are conducted to identify and address potential security flaws. 2. Penetration testing. Regular penetration testing, conducted by cybersecurity professionals, assesses the app's infrastructure and applications for vulnerabilities. This proactive approach helps identify and remediate security weaknesses before they can be exploited by malicious actors. Data minimization and anonymization. 1. Data minimization. Dating apps collect and retain only necessary personal information required for matchmaking and app functionality. Unnecessary data is minimized to reduce the potential impact of a data breach. 2. Anonymization techniques. To protect user privacy, some apps anonymize or pseudonymize personal data whenever possible. This ensures that even if data is accessed without authorization, individuals cannot be readily identified. Incident response and monitoring. 1. Incident response plan. Dating apps have established incident response plans that outline procedures for detecting, responding to, and mitigating security incidents, such as data breaches or unauthorized access. Rapid response is crucial to minimize the impact on users and mitigate further risks. 2. Continuous monitoring. Continuous monitoring of app activity, network traffic, and user interactions helps detect suspicious behavior or unauthorized access attempts in real time. Intrusion detection systems and security information and event management tools are often employed for this purpose. Privacy policies and user education. 1. Transparent privacy policies. Dating apps provide clear and transparent privacy policies that outline how users' personal data is collected, used, shared, and protected. Users are informed about their rights regarding data access, correction, and deletion. 2. User education. Educating users about best practices for securing their accounts, recognizing phishing attempts, and reporting suspicious activity is essential. Apps may provide tips on creating strong passwords, enabling security features, and being cautious about sharing personal information. In conclusion, robust data security measures on dating apps are essential to safeguard users' personal information from unauthorized access, breaches, and potential exploitation. By implementing encryption protocols, secure authentication methods, secure development practices, data minimization strategies, incident response plans, and transparent privacy policies, dating apps can enhance user trust and protect user privacy in an increasingly digital dating landscape. Transparency in privacy policies. Transparency in privacy policies is crucial for ensuring that users understand how their personal information is collected, used, and protected by dating apps. Here's a detailed exploration of why clear and accessible privacy policies are essential. Importance of transparency. 1. Informed consent. Clear privacy policies enable users to make informed decisions about whether to use the app and what information to share. By understanding how their data will be used, Users can consent to the terms with greater awareness. 2. Trust and confidence. Transparent privacy policies build trust between the app provider and users. When users feel confident that their data is handled responsibly and securely, they are more likely to engage with the app and share accurate information. Components of transparent privacy policies. 1. Information collection. Policies should clearly state what types of personal information are collected from users, such as names, photos, email addresses, location data, and preferences. This helps users understand the scope of data sharing. 2. Purpose of data use. Apps should explain how collected data will be used, such as for matchmaking, analytics, personalized recommendations, or marketing purposes. Users should be aware of all potential uses to make informed decisions. 3. Data sharing practices. Policies should disclose whether and how users' data may be shared with third parties, such as advertising partners, service providers, or affiliated companies. This includes information on whether data is anonymized or pseudonymized before sharing. 4. Security measures. Details about the security measures in place to protect user data should be clearly outlined. This includes encryption protocols, access controls, and incident response procedures to reassure users about data protection. 5. User rights and control. Policies should inform users about their rights regarding their personal data, such as the right to access, correct, or delete information. Clear instructions on how users can exercise these rights should be provided. 6. Updates and changes. App providers should explain how they will notify users of changes to the privacy policy and when consent may be required for new data practices. Users should be able to easily access previous versions of the policy. Accessibility and plain language. 1. Easy accessibility. Privacy policies should be prominently displayed within the app interface and on the app's website. Links to the policy should be accessible from registration screens and user profiles for easy reference. 2. Plain language. Policies should be written in clear, non-technical language that is easy for the average user to understand. Avoiding jargon and complex legal terms helps ensure that users comprehend their rights and responsibilities. User education and awareness. 1. Promoting understanding. App providers can enhance user awareness through pop-up notifications, educational materials, or FAQs that summarize key points of the privacy policy. This encourages users to review the policy thoroughly before agreeing to terms. 2. Support and contact information. Contact information for inquiries or concerns about privacy practices should be readily available. Providing customer support channels reinforces transparency and demonstrates commitment to addressing user questions. Compliance and accountability. 1. Regulatory compliance. Privacy policies should align with applicable data protection laws and regulations, such as GDPR in Europe or CCPA in California. Adhering to legal requirements reinforces trust and ensures accountability for data handling practices. 2. Auditing and certification. Some apps may undergo independent audits or obtain certifications to demonstrate compliance with industry standards for data privacy and security. This external validation further enhances transparency and user trust. In summary, transparent privacy policies are essential for fostering user trust, promoting informed consent, and ensuring that users understand how their personal information is handled by dating apps. By providing clear, accessible, and comprehensive information about data practices, app providers can empower users to make informed decisions and protect their privacy effectively. Consent and control. Consent and control over personal information are critical aspects of user privacy on dating apps. Here's a detailed explanation of why these elements are important and how they should be managed. Importance of consent. 1. User autonomy. Consent empowers users to make informed decisions about sharing their personal information. It acknowledges their autonomy and right to control what data is collected, how it's used, and who has access to it. 2. Trust and transparency. Transparent consent processes build trust between users and app providers. When users understand and agree to how their data will be handled, they are more likely to trust the app and engage with it confidently. Elements of consent. 1. Informed consent. Users should be provided with clear and accessible information about what personal data will be collected, the purposes for which it will be used, and any potential sharing with third parties. This ensures that consent is informed and not based on vague or misleading information. 2. Explicit consent. For sensitive data, such as sexual orientation or religious beliefs, explicit consent should be obtained from users. Apps should clearly explain why such information is needed and how it will be used to justify requesting this data. 3. Granular consent options. Users should have granular control over the types of data they share and the permissions granted to the app. This may include options to selectively share certain information or to opt out of data uses that are not essential for basic app functionality. Control over data sharing. 1. Third-party sharing. Users should be notified and given the choice to consent or opt out before their data is shared with third parties, such as advertisers or analytics providers. Clear explanations should be provided about why data is shared and what protections are in place. 2. Purpose limitation. Data should only be used for the specific purposes for which consent was given. If an app intends to use data for additional purposes beyond matchmaking, separate consent should be obtained from users. Ensuring effective consent mechanisms. 1. User interface design. Consent mechanisms should be integrated into the app interface in a clear and accessible manner. This includes using pop-up notifications, checkboxes, or consent screens that are easy to understand and navigate. 2. Revocability of consent. Users should have the ability to withdraw their consent at any time and easily revoke permissions granted for data processing. Apps should provide straightforward methods for users to manage their privacy settings and preferences. Privacy by design and default. 1. Default privacy settings. Apps should implement privacy settings that prioritize user privacy by default. This means minimizing data collection to what is necessary for app functionality and allowing users to opt in to additional features or data uses. 2. Data minimization. Only collect and retain data that is necessary for the intended purposes. Minimizing data collection reduces the risk of misuse or exposure in the event of a data breach. Compliance and accountability. 1. Legal and regulatory compliance. App providers should adhere to relevant data protection laws and regulations, such as GDPR in Europe or CCPA in California. Compliance frameworks ensure that consent practices align with legal requirements and industry standards. 2. Auditing and monitoring. Regular audits and monitoring of data practices help ensure that consent mechanisms are effective and that user preferences are respected. App providers should be accountable for honoring user choices regarding their personal information. In conclusion, ensuring robust consent and control mechanisms on dating apps is essential for respecting user privacy, building trust, and promoting responsible data handling practices. By empowering users with informed consent and granular control over their data, apps can enhance user confidence and foster a safer and more transparent digital dating experience. Risk of catfishing. Catfishing poses significant risks to users of dating apps, impacting both emotional well-being and personal safety. Here's a detailed explanation of the risks associated with catfishing. Understanding catfishing. 1. Definition. Catfishing refers to the creation of fake profiles on dating apps or social media platforms, where individuals misrepresent themselves by using false identities, photos, or information. These profiles are designed to deceive and manipulate unsuspecting users. 2. Motivations. Catfishers may have various motivations, including seeking attention, emotional gratification, financial gain through scams, or even revenge. They exploit the trust and vulnerability of others for personal advantage. Risks and consequences. 1. Emotional manipulation. Victims of catfishing often develop emotional connections with the fake persona, believing they are interacting with a genuine person. When the deception is revealed, victims experience profound emotional distress, betrayal, and loss. 2. Financial scams. Catfishers may engage in financial scams by deceiving victims into sending money or sharing sensitive financial information under false pretenses. This can lead to financial loss and exploitation. 3. Identity theft. In some cases, catfishers may use stolen photos or personal information to impersonate someone else. This can result in identity theft, where victims' identities are compromised and used for fraudulent activities. 4. Privacy violations. Catfishing violates users' privacy by manipulating their personal information and using it for deceptive purposes without consent. Victims may feel exposed and vulnerable upon discovering their information has been used dishonestly. 5. Impact on trust. Being deceived through catfishing undermines users' trust in online interactions and dating platforms. It can make them more cautious and skeptical in future online relationships, affecting their ability to form genuine connections. Prevention and mitigation. 1. Verification and authentication. Dating apps can implement verification measures, such as photo verification or linking profiles to social media accounts, to confirm users' identities and deter catfishing. 2. Education and awareness. Educating users about the signs of catfishing, such as suspicious behavior, inconsistencies in stories, or reluctance to meet in person, can help them recognize and avoid fraudulent profiles. 3. Reporting and response mechanisms. Apps should provide clear mechanisms for users to report suspicious profiles or behavior. Prompt responses and investigations by app administrators can mitigate the impact of catfishing incidents and protect other users. 4. Privacy settings and control. Empowering users with robust privacy settings and control over their profile visibility and interactions can help reduce vulnerability to catfishing and unauthorized use of personal information. Legal and ethical considerations. 1. Legal consequences. Catfishing may violate laws related to fraud, impersonation, or privacy rights, depending on jurisdiction. App providers have a responsibility to enforce terms of service and protect users from fraudulent activities. 2. Ethical guidelines. Upholding ethical standards in data handling and user interactions is crucial for maintaining trust and safety on dating platforms. Apps should prioritize user safety and well-being in their operational practices. In conclusion, catfishing poses multifaceted risks to users of dating apps, ranging from emotional manipulation to financial exploitation and identity theft. Effective prevention strategies, user education, and responsive support mechanisms are essential in mitigating these risks and promoting a safer online dating environment. Verification processes. Effective verification processes on dating apps are crucial for ensuring user safety, maintaining trust, and reducing the prevalence of fake profiles. Here's a detailed explanation of verification processes and their importance. Importance of verification processes. 1. Authenticity assurance. Verification processes aim to confirm that users are who they claim to be. By verifying identities, apps can increase confidence among users that they are interacting with genuine individuals, thus fostering a safer environment for online dating. 2. Reducing fake profiles. One of the primary purposes of verification is to reduce the prevalence of fake profiles or catfishing. Fake profiles mislead users and can lead to emotional manipulation, financial scams, or privacy violations. Robust verification helps mitigate these risks. 3. Enhancing trust. Verified profiles contribute to a higher level of trust between users. When individuals know that others on the platform have undergone verification, they are more likely to engage in meaningful interactions and pursue genuine relationships. Types of verification processes. 1. Photo verification. Apps may require users to verify their identity by submitting a photo that matches a specific pose or gesture. This method ensures that the person in the profile photos is the same as the one creating the account. 2. Social media linking. Linking profiles to social media accounts, such as Facebook or Instagram, can provide additional verification. This allows apps to cross-reference user information and confirm the authenticity of profiles. 3. Phone number verification. Verifying a phone number through SMS or voice call verification can confirm that the user has access to the phone number associated with their account. It adds an extra layer of security against fake accounts. 4. Identity document verification. Some apps may request users to upload a government-issued ID, such as a driver's license or passport. This method verifies the user's legal identity and is more secure but requires handling sensitive personal information responsibly. Challenges and limitations. 1. User privacy concerns. Collecting personal data for verification purposes raises privacy concerns among users. Apps must handle and store this information securely, adhering to data protection regulations and ensuring user consent. 2. Effectiveness and accessibility. Verification processes need to strike a balance between effectiveness and user convenience. Overly complex or intrusive verification methods may deter users from completing the process, impacting user acquisition and retention. 3. Resource intensity. Implementing and maintaining robust verification systems requires significant resources and ongoing monitoring. Some smaller or newer apps may struggle to invest in comprehensive verification measures. Best practices. 1. Transparency. Apps should clearly communicate their verification processes to users, including what information will be verified and how it will be used. Transparent policies build trust and encourage users to participate in verification. 2. User education. Educating users about the importance of verification and how it enhances their safety can encourage compliance with verification requirements. Clear explanations of the benefits of verified profiles can also increase user confidence. 3. Continuous improvement. Regularly updating and refining verification processes based on user feedback and emerging security threats ensures that apps remain effective in combating fake profiles and maintaining user trust. In summary, effective verification processes on dating apps play a crucial role in mitigating risks associated with fake profiles, enhancing user trust, and promoting a safer online dating experience. By implementing transparent, user-friendly verification methods, apps can foster a community where users feel secure and confident in their interactions. Online harassment. Online harassment on dating apps, especially targeting women, is a serious issue that can significantly impact users' experiences and perceptions of safety. Here's a detailed explanation of online harassment on dating apps. Types of online harassment. 1. Unwanted advances. Users may receive persistent messages or requests for dates despite indicating disinterest or not responding. This can create feelings of discomfort and intrusion into personal boundaries. 2. Explicit messages. Some users may receive unsolicited explicit messages or photos, which are inappropriate and offensive. This type of harassment can be particularly distressing and intimidating. 3. Stalking and monitoring. In extreme cases, individuals may be stalked or monitored by other users who attempt to track their online activity or whereabouts. This behavior is invasive and poses serious safety concerns. 4. Verbal abuse and insults. Harassment may include verbal abuse, insults, or derogatory comments directed at a user based on their appearance, ethnicity, gender identity, or other personal attributes. Such behavior contributes to a hostile environment. Impact on users. 1. Emotional distress. Constant exposure to harassment can lead to emotional distress, anxiety, and feelings of vulnerability. Users may feel unsafe and hesitant to continue using the app or engage with new matches. 2. Deterioration of trust. Experiencing harassment undermines trust in the platform's ability to provide a safe environment. Users may question the efficacy of reporting tools or the app's commitment to addressing harassment. 3. Decreased engagement. Harassment can deter users from actively participating in the app, limiting their interactions and potentially reducing their chances of finding meaningful connections. This impacts overall user satisfaction and retention. Challenges in addressing online harassment. 1. Underreporting. Many users may choose not to report instances of harassment due to fear of retaliation, lack of confidence in the app's response, or concerns about further victimization. 2. Moderation and response time. Apps must have effective moderation systems in place to promptly address reports of harassment. Delays or inadequate responses can exacerbate the impact on affected users and contribute to a negative reputation for the app. 3. Cultural and social norms. Harassment on dating apps often reflects broader societal issues, including gender stereotypes and norms around online behavior. Addressing these issues requires a multifaceted approach that goes beyond app features alone. Strategies to address online harassment. 1. Clear community guidelines. Establishing clear and comprehensive community guidelines that explicitly prohibit harassment and outline consequences for violators can set expectations for user behavior. 2. Robust reporting mechanisms. Implementing easy-to-use reporting tools that allow users to flag harassment incidents swiftly. Apps should prioritize anonymity and protection for users who report harassment. 3. Educational initiatives. Providing users with resources on respectful online communication, consent, and boundaries can help foster a culture of respect and accountability within the app community. 4. Supportive resources. Offering support services, such as access to counselors or moderators trained in handling harassment cases, can provide immediate assistance to affected users and demonstrate a commitment to their safety. Conclusion. Addressing online harassment on dating apps requires proactive measures to protect users, promote respectful interactions, and maintain a positive user experience. By prioritizing safety features, fostering a supportive community culture, and continuously refining moderation practices, apps can mitigate the impact of harassment and create a safer environment for all users. Safety features. Safety features are essential components of dating apps that aim to protect users from harassment and create a safer online environment. Here's a detailed explanation of key safety features that dating apps should implement. Robust reporting mechanisms. 1. Reporting tools. Dating apps should provide easy-to-access reporting tools that allow users to flag inappropriate behavior, harassment, or suspicious accounts. These tools should be prominently displayed within the app interface, such as on user profiles or within chat conversations. 2. Anonymous reporting. Users should have the option to report incidents anonymously to protect their privacy and safety. Anonymity encourages more users to report harassment without fear of retaliation or exposure. 3. Comprehensive reporting categories. Apps should offer multiple reporting categories to cover various forms of harassment, including unwanted advances, explicit messages, stalking, and hate speech. Clear guidelines should accompany each category to assist users in understanding what constitutes reportable behavior. 4. Immediate response and action. Upon receiving a report, dating apps should prioritize prompt review and action. This may involve suspending or permanently banning accounts found to be engaging in harassment, as well as notifying affected users of the outcome. Blocking and privacy controls. 1. Blocking functionality. Users should have the ability to block other users directly from their profiles or chat conversations. Blocking prevents further communication and interaction with unwanted individuals, providing immediate relief from harassment. 2. Mutual blocking. Implementing a mutual blocking feature allows both parties in a conversation to block each other. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. If you enjoyed the story and would like to hear more, please share this podcast with your friends and rate it on your favorite podcast platform. Don't forget to visit my website at www.tonyc.info for more content, updates, and exclusive behind-the-scenes insights. This podcast is mainly supported by listeners like you. If you want to help keep the stories coming, consider supporting me on Patreon at www.patreon.com/JTAC. Even just $1 a month makes a huge difference and helps me continue to create the content you love. Thank you again for listening. Your support means the world to me. Until next time, stay safe and keep exploring the unknown.